Well, we might as well keep rolling with the good news. Ethan Klein banned from YouTube for at least a week after his Ben Shapiro comment the other day. If you missed it, Ethan Klein on his H3H3 podcast said something along the lines of if there was another Holocaust, he hopes that Ben Shapiro gets gassed first. As you can tell, that's obviously something pretty messed up to say. You make Holocaust jokes all you want. He's also recently made a direct threat against the NRA. I think it was an annual meeting or a convention they had that he wished someone would go and blow it up, and he then stated that they should go and do that. So he's gotten off pretty lightly. He says a lot of stupid things. He's had a crack at Joe Rogan. He's had a crack at Andrew Tate. Both times he's been promptly put back in his place and shut down and shut up. But he keeps coming out with these bloody zingers. Now, Ethan Klein wished death on a conservative Jewish pundit, Ben Shapiro, during a controversial live stream where he insisted that the Daily Wire reporter would be gassed in the next Holocaust. Following backlash from the video was taken down from YouTube, and Ethan Klein received a strike and was banned for 1 week. Hassan Piker, Ethan Klein's friend and fellow podcast host, confirmed that Ethan received a strike and that 1 week ban from YouTube for his anti-Semitic remarks about Ben Shapiro. Now, if this was someone on the right, someone even in the middle, not as far left and as psychotic as someone like Ethan Klein or Hassan Piker or the Young Turks, they would have been removed completely and immediately. They would have been taken off Twitter, they would have been taken off Facebook, they would have been taken off YouTube, everything, straight away. I don't think Andrew Tate or someone like that has even said anything as bad as that on the internet. I could be wrong, I don't watch a lot of his stuff, but Ethan Klein says some dumb shit quite often. During continuous broadcast, Ethan Klein stated that he hoped Ben Shapiro, a Jewish conservative political journalist, will be the first to be gassed in the next Holocaust. Some thought Ethan Klein's remark was a death threat veiled as a joke aimed at Shapiro. Klein responded by calling Shapiro a snowflake and accused him of sending a white supremacist supporters to mass report his channel. No, I hope your channel is getting mass reported because you deserve it. You go out and tell people to go up and blow up NRA meetings and conventions, and then you tell a Jewish man that you hope he gets gassed, and that I'm guessing you want another Holocaust or something? Is that what you were going for? A few white supremacists successfully lobbied YouTube to suspend me, a Jewish dual citizen of Israel and USA, for anti-Semitism. Ben Shapiro and friends can virtue signal all they want, but ultimately they are the ones platforming dangerous anti-Semites. All I did was point it out, Ethan Klein tweeted. Now, that's fucking hilarious, because I don't know if you know who Ben Shapiro is. You obviously know he's not a white supremacist, and he wouldn't have white supremacist supporters. I think anyone on the far right would hate Ben Shapiro. He's a Jewish man, for God's sakes, and he's not just like a Jew. He's like a really practicing Jew. Like, he has some pretty out there views on some topics like homosexuality, having sex before marriage, shit like that, abortion, obviously. So I don't think any white supremacists would like Ben Shapiro at all. But he's using the language what they do, saying that he's lobbied YouTube to suspend me, a Jewish citizen, anti-Semitism. You know how many times I've heard Ethan Klein say the N-word on a podcast? Like, how does he get away with it? He continued, our current lawsuits with Ryan Kavanaugh seeks to accomplish the same. I will not back down or be silenced by bad faith provocateurs. I make no apology. As Ben Shapiro says, facts don't care about your feelings, if only he meant it. Well, Ben does mean a lot of the shit he says, if not just about everything, because he's obviously an intelligent, well thought out person. But it's interesting to see that he's calling them bad faith provocateurs now, and he's saying that he's trying to be silenced. They're trying to silence him. No, he is the one of the people that go and silence people. He turned his entire platform against people like Ben Shapiro now, obviously, Joe Rogan in the past, because he said that he took ivermectin and didn't get the vaccine. He was trying to get Joe Rogan shut down and taken off Spotify. So I hope that he gets deplatformed and he gets his karma that's coming to him, because they keep getting away with all this anti-Semitic crap. They keep getting away with race baiting. They keep getting away with stirring the pot just for making money. Like, they might not even care about the whole situation they're pretending to. They just do it for clicks, for likes, for shares, and for 5 minutes of fame. They're whoring themselves out to the internet, and they will do and say anything to make a dollar. I respect the hustle. Like, they're American, so, you know, capitalism first, but then they go and say, oh, we hate capitalism, we're all socialists. Bullshit. You love capitalism. Now, a week isn't really long enough for this, as you can imagine. Saying that you want someone to be killed in a Holocaust is pretty fucked up. Ben Shapiro responded to the evidence that despite being a dual citizen of Israel, Klein holds anti-Semitic views, soft-pedaling genocidal terror group Hamas and lying about the IDF while chortling over which Jews go first in the next Holocaust is also an interesting look. My thoughts on the Palestinian... I mean, look at the fact. Wanker. Like, he goes on, he's saying that Joe Rogan was... What was it? He eats nothing but testosterone and deer meat or something like that. And he's sitting there existing the way he does. Now, obviously, he has no idea what he's talking about, but another one of his left-wing friends, Hassan, neoliberal and socialist Twitch streamer Hassan Piker, downplayed Ethan Klein's comment by calling them a little spicy. Oh, yeah, but if someone else, like if Ben Shapiro said something like that, Joe Rogan, Jordan Peterson, you guys would be jumping up and down about it and saying that they need to be deplatformed. But when you do it, it's fine. If you say something that's really bad, is racist, he says the N-word constantly on a few of his videos, and you guys all stay up and pat each other on the back and say, oh, it's okay, it was just a little spicy. Of course, he got a strike for it because conservatives love outrage. Conservatives don't run any platform until Elon buys Twitter shortly, which is going to be fun. Of course, he's got a strike for it because conservatives love outrage, Piker said in response to Ethan Klein's YouTube ban during his live stream. He accused Shapiro and his friends of weaponizing the comment and campaigning to get him banned. He should be. I mean, like, if all the rules apply to everyone, he should be banned too. Because someone like Tate gets banned, someone like Alex Jones gets banned, Rogan, Jordan Peterson, Timcast, you know, they get taken down for saying they're going to be careful with what they say. They can't even talk about certain things. I can't do it, obviously. But having a bigger platform, if they say the slightest thing wrong, bang, gone immediately. Ethan Klein will be able to return back to both H3H3 and Leftovers podcast before the end of the month. Unfortunately, now it's friggin' hilarious how they bitch and whinge when it happens to them. Andy No here on Twitter, YouTube star Ethan Klein uses about another Holocaust again against the Jews, and he says he hopes Ben Shapiro is killed first. I'm not going to play it because I have absolutely zero idea whether I'll be taken down or not, and I'm sure I probably will. But you can see that his producer or whoever's running it immediately realized that that's a no-no and he shouldn't say that, so he cuts the stream, and then he continues on with his train of thought. There you go, he cuts it. Wait a minute, and then he continues on with his train of thought and finishes saying what he was going to say. Like, he's doing it on purpose almost. But a week ban, I don't think... you should be able to say what you want to say on the internet because that's what we all like doing, isn't it? But it's got to be equal. You know, if you're going to ban someone on the left for saying something, you need to ban someone on the right for saying something. I don't think anyone should be banned for saying pretty much anything you want, as long as you're not calling out direct threats on people. So basically, in line with the American, Constitution and freedom of speech and shit like that. There's definitely a case of him calling a direct threat on people of the NRA, saying that someone should go and bomb that building, and he got nothing for it. He's still on YouTube, he's still on Twitter, he's still on every platform. He won't be taken down because he has bent over backwards to adhere to the left and their woke agenda. But it's slowly biting him because they consume themselves. The left consume themselves at a rate that is astonishing, and it's entertaining, and I get a lot of happiness out of seeing it happen to people like him. There's someone on TikTok called Tizzy Ant or something like that. He is a lot like this guy. He pretends to be, a big promoter of rights for black people, gay people, anyone who's a minority. But then he goes and doxes people who might have inconvenienced him, might have been a bit of a Karen. Some people are just genuine assholes, or should probably have charges put against them and shit like that in his videos. But then he goes and sicks all of his followers on some no-name person, which could honestly lead for that person to committing suicide or harming themselves or harming others, or you sick a couple of million people or a couple of thousand followers on someone, they're going to have a rough time of it. And this dude does the same thing. So does Hassan. So does that Tizzy nonce, whatever he is. The whole left community does the same thing. And when it happens to them, when they get, bitten by the hand that's feeding them, they throw their arms up in the air and scream like little children. So I'm glad this has happened to him, because it's good to see the right getting a win for once. It's only a week. I'm sure he'll recover. Maybe he needs to watch his mouth and not push for a Holocaust on the Jewish people and threaten right-wing conservative people with blowing them up. It's probably a good idea. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Leave a comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.